Hey folks, JD here, and looking at where my head is positioned on this camera, my chair is sinking. Yeah, that didn't make much of a difference. Track 4.1 is ready. Track 4.1. So I realise I haven't said a lot in these videos because there's not really a lot to say. I don't want to give away too much, but I do want to mark when the tracks are completed and when we're moving on with stuff. This is track 4.1. Last week was track 4. So what's this about? Well, I had an idea. And I don't know if it's going to work, but let's run with it and see what happens. So what's the idea? Well, at this particular time in the story, the protagonist is searching through the bedrooms in the cabin and finds on top of a chest of drawers a small music box. And he listens to the music. He thinks the music is quite beautiful. He thinks it's quite nice. Not something that he's heard before. So then I thought to myself, well, what happens? But I wanted to do more with the music box. So then I kind of thought to myself, well, how am I going to do more with an inanimate stationary object? But because this is a supernatural thriller, I kind of thought, hey, let's just throw everything out the window and see what comes back. And what I ended up doing is writing a little musical passage about the music box. What happens if this music box and this little wooden dancer in the middle of it that goes round? What if she has been seeing bad decisions made by her owners throughout time? And what if this music that the protagonist hears is her recanting what she's seen? So I thought to myself, well, what we'll do is we'll write a completely classical track and we'll get somebody to sing on it. So currently we've got the intro track, which we're not calling intro. It's called I Can Hear Footsteps. And then we've got track 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those first 5 tracks are metal, and there's no two ways about that. And then what if all the other tracks are all metal? Okay, fine. And then what if we just had this one little classical number in the middle, and it's called Music Box Interlude, and it's I wrote it completely classical, and we're going to see where we can take it. I don't think, other than the people that might watch this video, I don't think it's going to be expected. I wanted to do another sort of sadness into madness. I wanted to continue the into madness theme across multiple albums. Maybe I'll bring it back for the next, I don't know. But when I had this idea for doing this, I kind of thought that's quite nice. And instead of it being all wrapped up in the story, like if you read the story, you get this from it or you get that from it, like with volume 2, I thought it'd be nice to give this purely to the people who listen to it. So if you read the story, there's this little section that says Music Box Interlude, please refer to the album. But you don't need it to understand the rest of the story. There's no callbacks to it or anything like that. But I just thought it'd be something quite nice to do. Could achieve something a bit different musically. So yeah, that's track 4.1, the Music Box Interlude. This has been a bit longer, this video, but there's a bit more to discuss with this. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, folks. We'll be back next week to talk about track 5. Catch you then.